Hello, Bolton community. Here is your update for February 22nd. So, as you saw in the email from the superintendents last week, we're going to start talking about the return of all students to 4 days a week learning. And I also want to review some upcoming schedule items. So, for the return of students, we're looking at March 15th. It's Monday, March 15th. All students coming back to school. We need every family to complete that survey. The link is in the email. It's also right there, tiny.cc/BPS survey. Need you to do that survey today if you possibly can. You need to fill it out once per child, please. That's for every child, 6 through 12. Trying to wrap our hands around who's coming, who's using transportation, all those kinds of details to make sure we have a safe return for everyone. We're going to continue with our remote Wednesdays. And let's remember that we are in changing times and students need always to be ready to go remote anytime. And by that, we mean basically keep up with your assignments, make sure you have your Chromebook at home, empty your locker every day before you leave school. We will require masks and shields at all time for all of our students. I'm going to go around and adjust all of our classroom for maximum spacing. Our goal is to make sure that every classroom has between 3 and 6 feet between each child as they sit there in class with their masks and shields. So between 3 and 6 feet. We will not be using lockers. Lockers at the beginning of the day, end of the day for jackets and those in backpacks, and that is all. No visiting lockers during the day. That short passing time between classes as always. Lunch, we will continue with 4 students per table. With shields, we may have to add some more tables. I think we pulled a few out when we went to hybrid, but we have room in both our commons area and in our gymnasium for those grade level cohorted lunches for 4 students per table. And we will be asking all students who are riding the buses, there'll be more students on the buses now too, to make sure that you are sitting with maximum space possible. When you are at home, whether you're remote, we have a remote day, it's Wednesday, or in these next few weeks before we return everybody, please use your cameras. We want to know that you're engaged. Please turn it on for at least part of the class period, and if you don't want to show your face, show your work. That's going to be super important for all of us. Some upcoming schedule items. Grade 10, you're coming in on Wednesday, the 10th of March for PSAT. We will provide transportation to all 3 towns for that. You'll be done around 11:30. March 15th, we're going to have all of our students come back in for 4 days of learning. Again, we need to know what your plan is, so fill out that survey. April 2nd is a holiday, no classes, and then April 13th is SAT day for juniors. That's a state-mandated test. All juniors must come into school. They must take the SAT. It's also a great opportunity to have a really successful SAT score. It is your chance for your best score because you're in your home school, a place that you're familiar with staff that you're familiar with, and there's no writing component. So that is a huge day for all of our juniors. We'll ask all of our other students to be remote that day. And then the 14th, which is a Wednesday, we'll bring all of our students in on a Tuesday schedule. And then we have our April holiday for the 19th through the 23rd. And then juniors, once again, I know that's a lot for you, but it's set up by the state. The official science test for all juniors on Wednesday, the 28th. And again, we'll bring all juniors in required for that test, and the other students can work remotely. So please remember always, everything you can do to keep yourself. Don't gather, wear a mask, stay home if you don't feel well. We are still in the winter, so watch out for that parking lot. I really need our parents to not use the Board of Ed parking lot for pickup or drop-off. That's the lot over by the tennis courts. And things you need to do every day. You need to be checking that hub, even when we're back together, checking your email, and checking your Power School. Please be present and ready to participate. Once we're back, 4 days of learning doesn't mean you can decide to stay home and do remote that day. That is not an option. If you've elected remote through the survey, absolutely, we will support you 100%. But otherwise, you need to be in the building on time. If you need help with anything, email teachers. If you're having problems with Power School, see our guidance staff. Chromebook problems, stop by the main office. And now more than ever, perhaps, as we plan this return of all students, if you have any questions, please reach out to myself or Dean Christine Johnson. There are emails. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have about the return of school. If you want to drop me a phone number, I'll even call you in the evening if that's more convenient for you. Always want to be in touch with our parents about what's going on here at Bolton High School. And in the meantime, please stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon.